Number 1. The country sitting on the largest treasure chest on the planet. There is a country that holds more oil than Saudi Arabia, more than 5 times that of the United States. Yet, every morning, people still line up to buy bread with dollars, and they still smile. Welcome to Venezuela, a strip of land along the northern coast of South America, where Caribbean waves crash onto white sand beaches. Deep inland, Angel Falls plunges straight down 979 meters, 15 times higher than Niagara, from the ancient tabletop mountains known as Tepuis, formed nearly 2 billion years ago. Clouds drift upward above your head. When Americans think of Venezuela, 3 words usually come to mind: crisis, inflation, refugees. That is only half the truth. According to OPEC, this country sits on 303 billion barrels of oil, the largest proven oil reserves on Earth. And yet, since 2015, more than 7 million people have left the country. By early 2026, the US military had launched airstrikes on Caracas, and President Maduro had been arrested. Through it all, Venezuelans still smile. They have one word that captures an entire philosophy of life. Chevere, it's okay, everything's fine, we'll get through it. Venezuela is healing itself through laughter. So, hey, where are you watching from? If you had the chance to live in Venezuela for 1 year, would you dare to do it? Go ahead and comment yes or no. Number 2. The power of women from the crown to the Olympics. Forget oil for a minute, because Venezuela has another export the whole world quietly envies, and it is not buried underground. It walks across a stage wearing a crown. According to Big 4 data from 2025, Venezuela has won 24 international beauty pageant crowns, the most in pageant history. 7 Miss Universe titles, 6 Miss World titles, 9 Miss International titles, and 2 Miss Earth titles. In 2008 and 2009, 2 Venezuelan women were crowned Miss Universe in back-to-back years, a Guinness World Record that no other country has repeated. Behind it was the Beauty Academy, led by Osmel Sousa, for more than 40 years. A place where young women were trained in runway walk, body language, English, and diplomacy. But the most iconic beauty of all is the blend itself: European, African, and indigenous blood flowing together in one face. But that is not the most interesting part. When the economy collapsed, it was not men who saved Venezuela, it was women. They are the matriarchs, the quiet mothers and grandmothers, standing in line for 5 hours to buy 2 kilos of flour, trading jewelry at the market for medicine for their children. In a country where 7 million people have left, many of those who stayed behind to protect the homes and raise the grandchildren are women. A new generation is now rising on the global stage. Yulimar Rojas won Olympic gold in the triple jump at Tokyo 2020, then broke the world record with a 15.74-meter jump in Belgrade in 2022, a mark no one has reached since. On TikTok and Instagram, millions of young Venezuelan women are building their own careers. Want to win over a Venezuelan woman? Type number 4 in the comments. Number 3. 3 worlds inside one country. There are some countries you can understand through a single city. Venezuela is not one of them. You cannot understand Venezuela until you leave Caracas, because 3 completely different worlds are living side by side inside the same border. The first world is Caracas. The glass and concrete towers of El Rosal stand less than a 5-minute drive from Petare, a hillside slum area locals call the Barrios, estimated to be home to around 500,000 residents, and often described as one of the largest poor communities in South America. From above, it looks like a sea of red brick houses clinging to the mountainside like coral. Taxis do not dare enter after 6 in the evening, but inside there are thousands of coffee shops, classrooms, and children playing football on steep concrete steps. The second world opens up about 400 kilometers southwest of Caracas. Los Llanos, a vast tropical plain that covers nearly 1/3 of the country. Here, there are no towers, only grass, wind, cattle, and men on horseback riding out before dawn. They call themselves llaneros, the cowboys of Venezuela. They sing joropo songs on the four-stringed cuatro, live by the rhythm of the dry season and the rainy season, and, many of them have never set foot in Caracas. The third world lies deep inside the Amazon rainforest, home to the indigenous Pemon and Yanomami peoples. In the Pemon language, Angel Falls is not called Angel Falls. It is Carapacupai Vena, the waterfall from the deepest place. They were there for centuries before Westerners arrived and gave it another name. But since 2016, when the government opened the 112,000 square kilometer Arco Minero del Orinoco for gold mining, more than 2,800 square kilometers of forest have been destroyed. According to Manga Bay, in November 2025, at least 6,000 indigenous people have fled to Colombia. One Pemon leader said, "For us, there is no legal mining or illegal mining. All of it is destruction." 3 worlds, 1 passport, but there is one thing connecting them all from the sidewalks of Caracas to the gold battlegrounds of the Amazon, and that is women. Number 4, the two faces of Caracas dawn and midnight. 6 o'clock in the morning in Caracas, car horns, the smell of black coffee, and the voices of street vendors calling out at sunrise blend together like a chaotic symphony. This is not a city that is sleeping. This is a city that does not allow itself to sleep. The subway is packed with people heading to work. Brightly painted buses, known by locals as camioneticas, race through the steep streets of the capital. And remember the mother in Caracas I met at the beginning of the video? After 4 hours of standing in line, she brought home only one thing. And it is also the one thing found in every Venezuelan kitchen, whether rich or poor. And on every sidewalk, a parallel world is already in motion. And they are called buhoneros, street vendors. They sell everything, prepaid phone cards, small bags of ready-made coffee, hand-filled bottles of water, single cigarettes, cheap phone chargers from China, and washed and resold t-shirts. According to the Atrium Association, in 2023, around 7 million Venezuelans, nearly half of the country's workforce, survive through the informal economy. In a country where the bolivar loses value month after month, the sidewalk becomes the stock exchange. Then the sun sinks behind the Avila Mountains, and Caracas changes its face. From Las Mercedes to Sabana Grande, the speakers come alive. Salsa at 180 beats per minute. Merengue burns even hotter. Reggaeton tears through the night. People step out of their homes, not because they have money, but because if they do not dance, they cannot survive. A man I met at a roadside beer stand, his shoes worn open at the toes, said this to me: "We don't dance because we are happy. We dance so we can keep living." The power grid may flicker. Caracas may lose electricity several times a month, but the drumbeat never goes out. That is Venezuela, a people who have turned dance into a form of national therapy. But to understand why that spirit has survived, we need to leave the neon lights of Caracas behind and step into 3 parallel worlds hidden inside the same country. Number 5, the taste that holds a country together. What that mother brought home after 4 hours of standing in line was a bag of pre-cooked corn flour, what Venezuelans call harina pan. It is not just an ingredient, it is the anchor that keeps an entire nation standing. Because from that bag of flour, people make arepa. An arepa is a round grilled corn cake about 2 centimeters thick, sliced open and filled with almost anything. Shredded pork, cheese, eggs, tuna, chicken mixed with avocado. In Caracas, people eat arepas at 7 o'clock in the morning in areparas that stay open 24 hours a day. The rich eat them. The poor eat them. Presidents eat them. Homeless people eat them. During the worst economic crisis in the Western Hemisphere, when meat disappeared from supermarket shelves, the arepa was still there. All you needed was flour, water, salt, and a hot pan. And when 7 million Venezuelans migrated, the first thing they carried with them was not a passport. It was their mother's arepa recipe. If the arepa is survival, then pabellón criollo is pride. A dish Venezuelans call the flag on the table. Pure white rice representing people of European descent. Brown shredded beef representing indigenous roots. Black caraotas. Beans representing people of African descent. And golden fried plátano representing the tropical sun. 4 ingredients, 4 layers of history on one plate. Then there are tequeños, crispy fried pastry sticks filled with hot melted white cheese. No Venezuelan party, wedding, or birthday would dare exist without them. People joke that a table without tequeños is not a party, it is a parents' meeting. Venezuelan food is not complicated. It's really the voice of a people who have learned how to turn the cheapest ingredients into joy. But there are some things Venezuelans believe cannot be cooked, they can only be prayed for. Number 6. 30% of the population, one mountain, and an invisible queen. About 270 kilometers southwest of Caracas, there's a 1,500-meter mountain near the town of Chivacoa in Yaracuy State. Cigar smoke hangs between the pine trees, and drums echo from a stream below. This is Mount Sorte, and this is where Venezuela comes to heal wounds that cannot be seen. According to indigenous legend, there was once a princess named Yara, who lived in the 15th century. Her father, a cacique, or tribal chief, sent her to Sorte because of a prophecy. One day, as she looked at her reflection in the Yaracuy River, a giant anaconda rose from the water and swallowed her whole. From inside the belly of the serpent, Yara prayed to the mountain. The mountain heard her, and she merged forever with Sorte. The people came to know her as Maria Leonza the Queen. Together with 2 other spirits, Negro Felipe, an Afro-Venezuelan warrior, and Cacique Guaycaipuro, an indigenous leader who resisted the Spanish, they formed the Tres Potencias, the 3 powers. Every year, on October 12th, tens of thousands of Maria Leoncheros climb Mount Sorte barefoot, dressed in the red, blue, and yellow colors of the Venezuelan flag. The medium smokes cigars and falls into trance, allowing spirits to borrow their bodies. A banco stands beside them, translating the words of the spirits for the person kneeling on the ground. This is not a fringe belief. According to anthropological studies, around 10 to 30% of Venezuelans have taken part in at least one Maria Leoncheriano ritual. Even in Caracas, a 7-meter statue of Maria Leonza riding a tapir stands in the middle of a highway. In 2004, the statue suddenly split in 2 at the waist, just days after President Chavez was challenged by the opposition in parliament. People said the Queen had broken herself in half to warn a country that was being split in 2. On Mount Sorte, people arrive in silence. Number 7. Dancing devils, madamas, and roller skates. On one Thursday every year after Easter, a small town called San Francisco de Yar in Miranda State turns into a crowd of devils. Thousands of people dress in blazing red, wear masks with curved horns, and kneel before the church. They are the Diablos Danzante de Yare, the dancing devils of Yare, recognized by UNESCO as intangible cultural heritage since 2012.